Alright, man, get ready because we're diving headfirst into the absolute chaos that is Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3, Episodes 1 and 2. And trust me, you are not ready for what happens in these episodes. Now, welcome back to different JJK reviews, and today we're doing a full breakdown and discussion of the first two episodes of Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3. Both of these released off the get-go on Crunchyroll. But before we jump into all of the madness, let's quickly recap the season finale of Season 2, which, let's be honest, that was a straight tragedy. Almost everybody got murked, so just straight mayhem. But alright, so Season 2 in the finale, we were covering the Shibuya incident arc, and that had concluded with absolute devastation. We saw Sukuna unleashed, and he had wiped out endless people in Shibuya. We also saw the end of Nanami, and even saw Nobara's tragic fate. Let alone on top of this, Gojo was even sealed, so all of the Jujutsu sorcerers were in straight trouble. With all of this, Yuji Itadori was left in pieces as he was carrying the weight of the countless deaths that he was part of due to Sukuna taking over his body. This ultimately left him feeling completely responsible for everything that happened. At this point, the Jujutsu world was completely messed up, with all of their higher-ups declaring Yuji as an unregistered special grade and reinstating the order for him to be executed. Plus, they also named Gojo as an accomplice to the Shibuya incident after he was sealed, which is completely fraudulent because they know if he wasn't sealed, they wouldn't have anything to say, they would just keep it pushing. Shit. Nonetheless, with all of these deaths and the new events in the ending of Season 2, this had completely set stage for a great beginning to Season 3, and man, Season 3 delivers on that promise. Now let's talk Season 3, Episodes 1 and 2. The first thing we see is a huge bombshell dropped right at the start. Yuta, the main character from Jujutsu Kaisen 0, is back, and he's made a binding vow to execute Yuji. This is supposedly because Yuji and Sukuna are responsible for all of the chaos and deaths that occurred in Shibuya, and this immediately sets up an incredible amount of tension. While Yuta is on his way to find Yuji, Yuji is trying to find resolve for what he feels are his mistakes in Shibuya. He's teamed up with Chozo, who, remember, now sees Yuji as his brother. This is a really interesting dynamic, seeing them work together now, and now they're basically on a mission hunting down as many cursed spirits as they can across Tokyo, trying to clean up the mess that was made. From here, what they're doing attracts the attention of none other than Naoya, and Naoya immediately goes hostile. He and Chozi waste no time getting into an all-out fight, and from here it's clear from the get-go that Naoya's speed is a huge problem for Chozo. Now, on the other side, Yuta is face-to-face with Yuji and goes straight in for the kill, intending to execute Yuji immediately. Yuji is now fighting for his life, doing everything he can to survive, and now he's reminded also of Nanami's last words, saying that you've got it from here. Yuji's will is strong to not go down without a fight, but Yuta is just that guy though. He goes crazy, unleashing his boundless curse energy, and at this point Rika materializes out of nowhere, grabbing Yuji and holding him still. Then Yuta doesn't hesitate. He immediately stabs Yuji in the heart, and Yuta completes his execution. This is a crazy moment here. You're watching Yuji, who suffered so much, finally get taken down. But while all of this is happening, Chozo is still locked into his fight with Naoya. He's struggling badly in this fight because of Naoya's overwhelming speed. It's a testament to Naoya's skill that he can even keep up with Chozo and have him against the ropes. Now Yuta, after having seemingly finished his job with Yuji, he pulls up and immediately knocks out Chozo. Yuta is really showing everyone the difference between his strength and theirs in these scenes. Now, even though Chozo is knocked out at this point, Naoya is shocked to realize that he's hurt because he's been poisoned by Chozo's blood manipulation. Yuta then sees this and sees Naoya struggling, and he then heals him up using reverse curse technique. After all of this is tied up, Yuta then revives Yuji using his reverse curse technique as well. And overall, this was Yuta's plan all along, to make good on his binding vow to execute Yuji, but secretly keep him alive. Yuta orchestrated this entire elaborate scheme in order to protect Yuji, to fulfill the higher-ups' order in a way that actually wouldn't harm him. This was a fire move by Yuta, showing his intelligence and deep understanding of how the Jujutsu world works. After this incredibly intense sequence, everyone groups up and they meet up with Tengen, and this is where the real next arc begins. Tengen starts discussing the breakdown of the Culling Games, and this is the setup for the Culling Games, an insane arc with a ton of crazy fights. So Season 3 kicks off with an absolute banger. We have Yuta's entrance, Yuji's execution, and the beginning of the Culling Games. This sets the stage for what promises to be an unbelievable, intense, and action-packed season. These first 2 episodes were straight crazy, and this is why you gotta love Jujutsu Kaisen. So what do you think of these first 2 episodes? Were you shocked when Yuta killed Yuji? How do you like the intro to season 3? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this reaction and discussion, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more Jujutsu Kaisen content. And don't forget to ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on our next video. We're going to be covering every single episode of the Culling Games, and trust me, you don't want to miss that. It's going to be hyped, full of a ton of crazy fights, and we're just getting started. So with that being said, there's a couple of videos here. Go ahead and check them out, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.